I don't think we need more legislation or regulation. The marketplace is working. You know, in 2017, we had State Street Global Advisors, the big index fund, do a withhold vote on 400 companies mandating they put 2 women or more on boards. The marketplace is working. We already have 38% of all new Fortune 500 seats being filled by women.
Betsy Berkhemer-Credaire, why is Betsy Atkins wrong?
Well, certainly about 3/4 of the companies in California are doing very well, like AECOM and Sempra and Edison and Williams-Sonoma. But 1/4 of the companies in California do not have any women on their corporate boards and probably did not intend to. The law always lags behind the need. So there are companies like Skechers, like Stamps.com, like Mankind, who have never had women on their boards, and we are trying to prompt that positive action because research shows, Credit Suisse research and MSCI research shows that companies do far better in profitability and productivity when they have women on the board. So why not try?
I mean, Betsy Atkins, what's wrong with that argument? I get that it's not ideal to have government intervening in governance and company business, but if the companies aren't moving enough to look like a normal American, I mean, it's half the population, and 1/4 of the companies in California don't have a single woman on the board, and it shows better results anyway. What's wrong with it?
Well, first of all, you do want diversity of thought. You want cognitive diversity. And of course, that includes more women on boards. But diversity includes ethnic diversity, geographic diversity. And, you know, regulations have unintended consequences. Look at Sarbanes-Oxley. It destroyed the U.S. IPO market. We had a 70% decline in IPOs, and we haven't fully recovered. So now there'll be a burden. Companies will have to measure. They'll have to report. They'll have penalties, and we're already making great strides. We are moving so fast now that we don't need more regulations.
But Betsy Atkins, to come back to you again, how fast are we moving? I mean, how fast would not be fast enough if by 2020 the numbers aren't up where you want them? Would you at some point say, okay, regulation is now needed in order to get to where we need to be?
Well, you have to look at what the regulation is going to cause. You're going to have 2 competing legal frameworks that don't agree. So if you're incorporated in Delaware, is California law now going to trump the Delaware incorporated framework? The Supreme Court says that it won't. The Supreme Court says that the Delaware incorporated framework will be the one that rules. But this is just going to open the floodgates to the plaintiff's bar. You know, we have 1/3 of every board in America being sued at any one time. Between a class action and a derivative suit, this is more fuel for the fire in the plaintiff's bar. And we're making great strides. We don't need regulation.
Betsy Berkhemer-Credaire, did you want to respond?
Yeah, I'd love to respond. We are not making great strides. And for those companies, almost 100 here in California, that don't have any women on their boards, all they have to do is add a woman, and there will be no fine, and there will be no penalty, and there would be no lawsuit. And to the other Betsy's point, any company whose SEC address of their executive office is located here in California, even if it's incorporated in Delaware or another state, any company that's address of their headquarters is here has to comply. And that's really critically important. And how proud will we be in California with all of our companies showing the world that we have women on boards, that our companies are profitable, and that we are doing the right thing to represent half of the population